Call roll.
Please go ahead.
President Mizuko.
Present.
Vice President Marshall.
Here.
Commissioner DeJesus.
Present.
Commissioner Chan.
Present.
Commissioner Kingsley.
Present.
Commissioner Terman is excused. Commissioner Loftis, I believe, is in the other quorum. Mr. President, also with us this evening is the Chief of Police, Chief Suhr, and from the OCC, Mandy Forts.
Thank you very much, Inspector Monroe. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the October 17th, 2012 San Francisco Police Commission meeting. This is our commission meeting in the community. We do this once a month. Generally, it's the last Wednesday of the month, but we had to change our schedule around a bit. So this time we're here at Southern Station, and we're being hosted by Acting Captain Steve Balma. And so, ladies and gentlemen, we do things a little differently with the community meetings. And quite frankly, as I tell everybody, this is the best part about being on the commission, because you go to different communities, you hear from the people that actually live in the community and tell you about what their concerns are. So it's very important for us to hear from the community. The way it works is the commissioners will tell you a little bit about themselves and what we do in our day jobs and what we've done in the past. Then we move on to some very, very brief reports from the chief, the OCC director. But the main attraction tonight is Acting Captain Balma's report in his slideshow presentation regarding the district. And then we have public comment after that. So what we do is we put public comment on line item number 3, but we run through line item 1, then we go to line item 2, and then we'll have public comment. So just want to tell everybody that's what we're going to do tonight, because the bulk of what will be said has to deal with what Acting Captain Balma's had to say. So without further ado, I'm going to start to my right with Commissioner Chan and have Commissioner Chan tell you a little bit about what she does.
Good evening. My name is Angela Chan. I've been on the commission, I think, a little over 2 years now. I live in the Inner Sunset, and my day job is I work at the Asian Law Caucus, which is a nonprofit civil rights organization. It's actually the oldest organization in the country serving low-income Asian immigrants, and we're located in Chinatown. Some of my interests include language access, juvenile justice, immigrant rights issues, and just whatever's impacting the community, whatever are your concerns. I'm all ears and as accessible as you want me to be. So I'm really glad that you're here today. Thanks.
I'm Dr. Joe Marshall, serving my 3rd term on the commission, and I'm the co-founder and executive director of Omega Boys Clubs and the host of the Street Soldiers radio program. Listen on Sunday.
And I'm Commissioner Tom Mizuko. I'm on my 2nd term on the commission, and I'm a native San Franciscan. I've raised my family here. My day job prior to going into private practice as a lawyer is I was an assistant district attorney, signed down the block in Hall of Justice for 10 years, followed by a 9-year stint as an assistant United States attorney up the block, also in the Southern, or kind of in the Southern District. So I have extensive law enforcement experience, but it's truly an honor to be on this commission.
Hi, my name is Petra DeJesus. I'm a San Franciscan. I grew up in the Mission, but in Ingleside now. And my day job is an attorney, and I've been on the commission for since I've been term as well, 5.5 years. And I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
Good evening. Thank you to all the members of the community that are here tonight. You're what makes this very meaningful and exciting. Also, thank you to Captain Balma for hosting us, as well as the rec center. We appreciate it. We also appreciate the treats, so thanks for dinner as well. I've been on the commission for a little over 2 years. My day job is as a business transaction dispute mediator. I've raised my son in San Francisco. He's 20 years old now, and so I've lived or worked in most parts of San Francisco. A related nonprofit passion of mine is the Law Center to Prevent Gun Violence, and I've been working with that organization on a volunteer board basis for roughly 20 years as well. So again, thank you very much.
My name is Susie Loftis. I'm the newest commissioner. I joined the commission in May. I am a native San Franciscan. I'm raising my 3 daughters with my husband Tom here in the city. Proud product of our San Francisco public schools. I'm a former prosecutor here in the city, and I'm building a center in the Bayview with a great team of folks to address the community violence, the impact of community violence and poverty on some of our most vulnerable kids, so we can change outcomes. So I'm very happy to be here on the commission, and I'm glad to see some of the folks who are with us in City Hall sometimes out here in the community. It's really important. If there's something that anyone here has to say, now is the time. It's really great that you've taken your time to be here, so I encourage you to let us know what's going on in the Southern District.
Thank you. Inspector Monroe, please call line item number 1.
Line item 1A, reports to the commission. Chief's report, discussion.
I'll kind of half turn here. Good evening, commissioners, community. I'm Greg Suhr, I'm the Chief of Police. I've been chief now about 18 months. I too, as many of the commissioners are, I'm a native San Franciscan. I've spent a ton of time here in the Southern, which is the busiest district. I'm sure that Captain Balma will tell you more on that, and I will defer most of my time to him. However, with a few citywide updates, and in some of note here in the Southern, we did unfortunately suffer a homicide here in the Southern District on Mission Street on October 7th. That was not related to what I'll call San Francisco-based criminals. That was gang violence from San Mateo County that played out over the course of a weekend and then ended with that particular shooting on Mission Street. We're working with San Mateo Task Force and East Palo Alto Police Department to get to the bottom of that and cooperate with them however we can. We did have an unfortunate incident in the neighborhood of the 49er game last weekend where a fight broke out between some fans dressed in cowboy and Giants attire and others in 49er attire. The folks in the visiting gear were from Elk Grove, the Niner fans were from the Mission. It turned into a fight and then unfortunately resulted in a stabbing. The victim will be okay. The police department has a good staffing plan out at Candlestick Park, and the officers were right on the spot and made arrests. We've also made an arrest in the homicide that occurred on Burr Street in the daytime. You'll recall on the last weekend of July was during that particular spate of violence in the Visitation Valley, and we had the one horrific daytime homicide that happened at Burr and Argonaut. And working with the FBI and the U.S. Attorney's Office, probation and parole, we were able to identify a suspect. That suspect is now in custody and was actually in custody shortly afterwards, but we were on a parole violation